everyone, this is Tasia from Chiron Divine Readings, and this weekend, because of just all of the energies happening between the full moon on Friday and then the spring equinox, as well as the start of the astrological calendar happening on Sunday, I figured why not use this as an opportunity to talk about our spiritual journey, getting a sense for where we are, where things are going, and how we can best work with the energies happening, right? And so for this reading, I'm going to pull from my, what's the name of this deck? The Sacred Traveler, since we're talking about the spiritual journey, right? So I'm going to work with the Sacred Traveler deck, and I will do an extended video for this, where I'll do like a full reading here. I'll do an extended video where I look at timing, advice, any blocks, as well as look at any zodiac signs that come up, okay? So we'll go ahead and get started with our oracle cards. And so I'm recording this on Saturday, but I'm posting it on Sunday, so that, I have some time to do some editing before I post this video. So, yeah. And so let's see, by the time this goes up, my huge announcement on my Positivity Shop page, Dr. Tasia's Positivity Shop, will be announced. And so I guess I can talk a little bit more about it here while I'm shuffling. So I came up with this idea to do like mug designs, which is mostly what the Positivity Shop has right now, right? And that's where the tea part comes from. Like, I'm not really selling tea, but I'm selling products that you can put tea in. So I decided to do a line of zodiac mugs and focusing on one's sun sign, their moon sign, and their rising sign. I know, it sounds kind of cool, right? So I don't remember where this idea came from, but it was just like, that's what I need to focus on, because frankly, I've never really seen any products out there that focuses on like the sun, moon, and rising. Like, most products is related to like one sun sign. And given my natural interest in astrology, I figured, why not do something a little bit different and really pull some connections related to one's moon and rising sign. And so for the mugs in particular, like on one side, it'll say like the sun sign, and then it'll have like a little sun under it. And then on the back, there'll be a statement related to that sun sign. And so if you're familiar with like the astrological sentence, I know that's not the right word for it, but for those of you who are familiar with it, this may sound familiar, but it's like, I am a blank with the soul of a blank, wearing the mask of a blank, right? And so for all the sun signs, it says I'm a Sagittarius sun, so I am an explorer. And then for the moon signs, it says wearing the mask of a creative, yeah, because I'm a Taurus moon. And then wearing the mask of I use Monarch. I think I use Monarch for Leo rising. So yeah, so that's my big announcement that I made on my other page. So if this is of interest to you, please make sure you check it out, okay? And so right now, I just have mugs, but by the middle of this upcoming week, I'm gonna also have some like pillows and t-shirts and things like that with those same kind of statements. So stay tuned, all right? Okay. So as I'm shuffling, I just saw the transformation card. I don't know if it'll come up, but just in my brief looking, that came up. All right, so where are we in this spiritual journey? Where are we now? Where are we going? All right. Voyage of the Heart. love flows through you and to you. All right, so doing something that we love, doing something that we feel really passionate about. That sounds really, really great. All right, and fellow travelers, support is all around you. So we're following our hearts on things that that others may also have an interest in as well. So we're not doing this alone. So maybe like a partner coming to you, like it could be a love partner, or it could be a business partner, or just like finding a community of folks who are going to be helping us along the way. So that's really cool, right? Because, you know, no one wants to be on this road alone. So if we can have others to support us, to help us to find our path, then, you know, why not tap into that, right? All right, let's see. One more card, please. Decks, I just took them out from outside from the full moon. You know, just wanted to release all of the energies from this last year. Although I do, you know, tend to do some clearing with like sage and stuff. You know, just given the powerful energy of the full moon, I put every single one of my decks outside. I don't know if you saw the picture I posted on Friday, but it's a lot. And so now that it's warm and sunny, the cards are a little warm. So yeah, it's just some interesting energy. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. All right, so with this crossing bridges, I'm getting the sense that like whatever is happening in this next chapter is going to be something that's healing to us. It's going to be something that will help us to connect with other people, right? And, you know, when I think about mending, I think about like having compassion, having gratitude. And I think that very much goes back to the Voyage of the Heart card, right? Of like doing something that we love, doing something that we enjoy, doing it with people who see our vision, who are in aligned with what it is that we're trying to do. And, you know, moving forward with whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. You know, having the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like having the support, obviously, but also having the tools and resources to be able to move forward. And so that's really, really cool. Of like being in this position of like crossing bridges. And I'm thinking of like building bridges too, like being able to connect with maybe people we haven't been able to connect with in the past. And so like I think about just in the spiritual journey / community, like there's a lot of you know, different opinions, different ways of seeing things. And so what I'm getting from this is that, you know, these bridges that we're crossing will help to bridge some of those gaps that currently exist in the spiritual community. So that's really cool. And again, just doing something that we love. And, you know, ultimately that's should be our trajectory, right? Like doing something that we feel passionate about, doing something that brings us joy and happiness. And so I like that, you know, this collective reading is sort of reiterating that or confirming that for us, like, you know, doing this. And also one thing I just noticed, so like in the fellow travelers card, you see this rainbow, right? Which a rainbow is often a bridge. And then we have the crossing bridges. And so just, yeah, just kind of going back to what I was saying before about just like crossing some bridges, filling some gaps, building some new connections that will serve us in the long run. That's really cool. All right, so for this part of the reading, I'm going to use the modified Celtic cross spread. And this is a spread that I use typically when I do like a reading for people, whether it's like a general reading or if it's related to their spiritual journey, I'll typically use this spread. Whereas like a love reading, I usually do like a two-sided spread, sort of like what I did at the beginning of this month with the love readings for all of the elements. So let's see what comes up for us. So, first card. Let's see. Try not to look at the cards. All right, and I think we're good. All right, so what's happening underneath? King of Pentacles. All right, finding some stability, whether that's financial stability, it could be like material stability, like i.e. like a home, but just getting to a place where we feel stable in terms of whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, whatever it is that we're trying to do, like finally reaching that point of stability. So that's what's happening that we may not be seeing. Okay. All right, so card that represents us, Three of Cups. I think that very much goes back to the fellow travelers card, right? Like working with other people, working with friends maybe, but definitely, you know, going on this next phase of the journey with others. So that's us, the situation, Two of Cups, bringing things together, going back to the crossing bridges is like sort of like the merging of energies. Opportunity, the Lover's card, again, going back to like having that connection, bringing in that balance, like balancing that masculine and feminine energy. And I will say, I do think that for some people, this could be a love relationship, but I don't feel that it's something that all of us are on this path on. Like it could be like us just finding love and appreciation for what we're doing, but for some people it is very much related to like connecting to their person, like whether it be their twin flame or their soulmate. For some people, this is what this reading is related to that. All right, what the universe is trying to tell us again, another three card working together. Very, very interesting how we got here. Two of Pentacles, so maybe doing some juggling, feeling like we had to like balance a lot. And so the fact that we're going from like 2 to 3 just tells me that there is some progression, there is some elevation taking place, and recognizing that we don't necessarily have to do it all alone, nor should we have to. And so rather than sort of being in this position where we're like juggling a lot, let's learn how to work with other people. That's interesting. So the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups came out, and then the Three of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles came out. All right. Recent past, King of Cups. Getting some emotional stability, getting a better understanding of whatever it is that we do want to create. Having the emotional intelligence to navigate things in a much more sound way so that we're not sort of getting caught up in our feelings and emotions. Like I think about the Knight of Cups, right? We're not in that Knight of Cups or Page of Cups energy. We're in this, we came from this King of Cups energy where we're like, yep, this is the direction I'm going in. This is what I want to do. And now I'm able to move forward. All right, so near future, another 3 card, 3 of Wands. So doing some planning, doing some manifesting, doing some thinking of, you know, where we want to go next, right? And so now is a good time to think about that. It's like, so once we have these people that come into our lives, like, where do we want to go? Where do we want to take this? And how far do we see ourselves going in this direction? All right, how others see us, Ace of Pentacles. So being blessed with some kind of opportunity from the universe of, you know, getting that reassurance of it's, you know, it's time to move forward. It's time for us to create something new, whether it be something financial or just a new opportunity coming to us. So others are recognizing that within us. Immediate future, 8 of Swords. So there may still be some mindset things holding us back. Like maybe there's some hesitation around reaching out to these other people. Maybe there is some hesitation around like just being in a position where you have to rely on other people. Like I know that there are some people who fear the idea of codependency. And you know, my thing is like codependency is, you know, really rooted in like manipulation, right? And so as long as your intention is not to manipulate, you don't necessarily have to worry about codependency. But again, for some people, it's sort of like working through that energy. Hopes and fears, 10 of Swords. So maybe there's some people who are worried about, you know, getting stabbed in the back. Some people worried about like getting taken advantage of, which is totally understandable given just some of what's happened around the world. But I think it's very easy for us to focus on like the negative side of things and forget or lose sight of some of the positive things. It's like, you know, yes, is there a potential for someone to, you know, stab you in the back or to betray you in some way? Absolutely. But there's also the opportunity to build something. I have to drop this card. Also the opportunity to build something, to create anew. So, you know, not allowing those fears to hold us back from whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. All right, so for outcome, all right. Okay, so for outcome, I did not mean to slam that, my apologies. We got the Moon card, the Death card, the Devil card, and the Seven of Pentacles. Didn't I say earlier that I saw the transformation card in the Oracle deck? So definitely some very significant transformation towards the end. It's like these things are happening to really like clear the way for something new to come through. And it's interesting, like with the exception to the Lovers card that came out third, the major arcana cards all came out at the end. So, so with this outcome, I'm definitely feeling like there will be some things brought to the surface, right? There are going to be some things that will be revealed to you that it's going to ultimately transform how you operate, transform how you do things. If it's a situation of working with other people, like in more of like a friendship kind of relationship, it's like you're going to learn some things about yourself, maybe learn some things about other people that are going to transform how you operate going forward. And so going back to what I was saying with this 10 of Swords, it's like if you currently have this idea of like working with other people, you know, is not going to be good for me, like I'm worried about, you know, getting stabbed in the back or getting taken advantage of, by exploring that, you'll get a different perspective on that scenario. And, you know, with the Devil card here, it's like right now that's holding you back. That's holding you back from whatever it is that you are trying to create. And so you really need to go through this transformation in order for you to release this hold that these ideas have on you, right? Very, very interesting. I'm also getting like, let's say if it is a situation where it's like a love relationship, for some of us, there could be that fear of like the person, you know, doing something behind our back, doing something to hurt us intentionally. And so by sort of working through those feelings, we're able to develop more trust, develop more understanding, and recognize that there may be some unhealthy attachments that we have around relationships that is holding us back from actually being in the types of relationships that we want to be in. And so, you know, recognizing that, you know, we have to be discerning. We have to, you know, I don't want to say use caution, because I feel like that that can have a certain connotation to it, but just being aware, not even being cautious, because I think of cautious of like someone being hesitant. It's like, no, you can step into it, but just pay attention to what's happening. Like look around you, ask questions, ask lots and lots of questions. If you're not sure about something, ask questions, because that's the only way you're really going to get the reassurance that you need in order to go forward. And so I think ultimately, like, this has a really good outcome, especially with like the transformation card. Like some people are, you know, get worried about the Death card. I see it as like, you know, you go through this process for a reason so that you can come out better than you started, right? And so regardless of what happens, you're going to come out better than you started. You're going to have some new insight. You're going to have something that will help you to grow and expand upon whatever it is that you're trying to create. So don't necessarily allow these thoughts and things to hold you back. Like, don't be a slave to these things. Like, that's what I keep hearing. Like, don't be a slave to your thoughts. Okay. So very, very interesting. So if you would like to continue with me, like I said, I will be offering an extended reading. And so I will make sure that it's in the description box, as well as if you're watching this on Instagram, there will be a link to that in my bio. But for the signs that I will be looking at, let's see, we have Capricorn, we have Scorpio, we have Cancer, and we have Gemini. Not saying, given the amount of, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Earth cards. So I'll also look at some Earth signs as well. Just kind of look at Earth signs as a whole, but then specifically focusing on Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Gemini. Okay, so if you are any of those signs, whether it be your sun, moon, or rising sign, you may want to come on over and check out the extended video to see what additional messages are there for you. Okay, and like I said, I will also be looking at any blocks, some timing, and getting some advice on how to best navigate the situation. All right, thank you so much for watching this reading, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. All right, see you later.